Yo, Spurs have absolutely battered Burnley in the first game of the Premier League. They shocked me, to be honest. We're going to talk about the game. Richarlison responding to me. Couple of brilliant goals and Mohammed Kudus. Oh my word, what a performance by Tottenham Hotspur composed. Thomas Frank era. Start with a bang. Of course, before we go and talk about the game, and what are the aspirations for Spurs and where can they finish this season? Of course, it's the first game and it's a reaction to the Spurs game. Hit that like button, guys, if you're here. Subscribe to the channel. If you are new here, this is Footy Judge Mo. Hit that like button and subscribe and let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But listen, I got to start by this. The beginning of the game, Spurs look so composed. I know it's only Burnley. I know it's a championship team that just got up to the Premier League, but you have to be completely honest. This performance from Spurs was so composed. There are a couple of points that I wanted to speak about in this game. Of course, the first point I want to speak about is how composed Spurs were on the ball. I know that Ange Postecoglou had his team, the high intensity and everything, but Spurs were different today. They were taking their time on the ball. They were composed. They were picking their moments. The movement between Kudus, Richarlison, and Brennan Johnson up top, Bergwijn, of course, who looked absolutely fantastic. Sarr and Archie Gray in the middle. That is a midfield that you would not think that would be that good, right? Like the movement, Sarr being the 10, Bergwijn dropping deep, Archie Gray being hard on the pitch. The exchange in position looked absolutely phenomenal and fantastic from Tottenham Hotspur. Thomas Frank is using Richarlison to his best while using him in the physical battle. He's dropping deep. He's doing that link-up play, and I didn't see this coming from Richarlison. Of course, he was injured last season. And listen, all I have to say, this Spurs might be dangerous. This Spurs is different. They're not wide open. I know that he conceded a couple of chances, but Van de Ven, and I'm going to say it, and I have to say it, Van de Ven, oh my word, when this guy is fit, and I know he had a problem with the injuries in the last 2 seasons, but when he is fit, the recovering pace, the reading of the game, the driving with the ball is nothing short of magnificent and fantastic. I've been a big fan of his, of course, a big fan of his game and a big fan of him since he joined Spurs. I said he was one of the best defenders in the league, but unfortunately, he got injured. One of the things about Spurs today that I actually realized and I actually saw is that they don't have one way of attacking. They attack one-on-one from the sides. They attack by driving inside the 18. They attack by crosses as well. The high volume of crosses. And also Thomas Frank is wide open to trying things like long throws. So he isn't like Ange Postecoglou. He doesn't have one set of a way to play, and he wants to just do the same thing. They win long sometimes, short in others. And this is one of the things about the coaches that I like. Coaches that are adaptable, coaches that can change the way they play during the game. And they played this game without a 10 now. They played this game without a clear 10 on the pitch. They are targeting other players as well. There is still EZE to come in. Kulusevski's injured. Bentancur didn't start. Udogie still didn't play. So they have other players that can actually play. Of course, Spurs, and all I have to say is, if this is the Spurs we're going to get for the rest of the season, this is a very dangerous Tottenham Hotspur. And don't let them get EZE. Because Fabrizio Romano is tweeting that they are getting EZE, that there is an agreement between them. We know that Arsenal moved Arsenal is still thinking about Rodrigo, and EZE prefers Arsenal. But at the same time, he has an agreement with Spurs in case Arsenal are not coming for him. So you look at this, and you look at how Spurs are playing. Imagine they get a clear 10 like EZE, which is a driving force with Richarlison, with Kudus. That would be very dangerous. Very dangerous for the Premier League. And not in terms of like winning or challenging. But I'm not sure if they can push for top 5 or top 4. A lot of people, I expected them to finish 7th or 8th. But I didn't see the game from Thomas Frank like this. Because Thomas Frank didn't coach a top team before. Him coaching Spurs and maybe leading them to a top 5 or something, it's gonna be a fantastic achievement. They have depth, by the way, Spurs. It's not a light team. They have 2 in every position. So they can actually play Champions League. They can play 2 games a week. And I think the quality would not drop as much. You know, they still have Tell, who can play on the left, can play on the right, Brennan Johnson, Kudus. They might get EZE as well. That is a very dangerous team. I like what I saw. I absolutely loved the second goal from Richarlison. What a goal. Absolutely phenomenal. Already contender for goal of the season. Already contender for goal of the season. The first goal, the movement is fantastic. 2 assists by Mohammed Kudus, who, how did this guy get away from the top? I'm saying the top teams. I'm saying Arsenal. If Liverpool got Mohammed Kudus to play on the left, I know Gakpo is great, but come on. Mohammed Kudus is going to be phenomenal. I know his name is Kudus. It's not Kudus, as you say. His name is Kudus, but what a football player. Absolutely electric, phenomenal, fantastic. And he was a teammate today. One of the things that I saw today from Mohammed Kudus, he wasn't selfish. He was passing the ball. He was passing what he sees. He wasn't trying so hard to like go selfish and go on his own. He was trying to pass and play with the rest of his teammates. The humility that he played with today was absolutely fantastic. Romero played well today. I know that he's a target for other teams as well, but listen, if they stay like this, if they stay healthy, I think Spurs can be a problem for the Premier League. You let me know in the comment section, where do you think Spurs will finish? And do you think Spurs can continue like this? Or do you think it's only Burnley? Because a lot of people banter them about bottling the Super Cup against PSG, but remember, they deserve to win against PSG, in my opinion. They played very well against PSG. I think they were the better team on the pitch against PSG. You look at some of the players, and I'm just going to finish this by saying a couple of things. Can Richarlison get 15 to 20 goals this season? And along with Solanke, can they be a competition for each other and maybe together get like 25 to 30 goals? If that is the case, Spurs are in good hands up top. What about Kudus? What about Kudus? How many assists can this guy get? Let me know, guys, what you guys think, because I'm blown away. And I might need to apologize. And I might need to eat a humble pie for Spurs. To be honest with you, they shocked me today with the composed performance. They shocked me with the passes. They shocked me with all the things that they did on the pitch, the things that came from the training ground. That is unexpected and unpredicted. Of course, we're yet to see the rest of the Premier League. I'm not sure when are you watching this, but if you're watching this, you might have watched other teams play, like Man City, like Man United, Arsenal. But I've watched Newcastle and Aston Villa. They don't look great, to be honest. It was a boring game. I think Spurs can finish ahead of them. As I said before, I think the top 6, the big 6, might actually finish on the top 6. You let me know if you guys think. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.